Hi, I'm late. I promised that I was going to do a stream at 8 o'clock, and I am here now. I just bought a couple of weeks ago on the website Zazzle a Racermetrics branded t-shirt. I literally took my logo from my site and put it on a t-shirt. I wanted to do this to advertise and promote my work, which I guess was a little ridiculous, but do like I do like the shirt, and I think this could be useful, especially since I do want to pivot into making more auto racing content beyond what I just put on my Substack. I just did a Substack post. I just published it right at 8 o'clock, and that is what I am. Um, I just published a Substack post right at 8 o'clock, and that's why I'm late. I wanted to get that done before I got this done because I was several days late with that because I developed a bit of a chat GPT addiction last week, which I'm embarrassed by because it's sort of reflects a lot of the stuff I don't like. And I'm probably going to talk about this more. I may provide some of my chats both on YouTube and on here. I'm not going to read to you the supercars part of that yet, but I do not and will not have ChatGPT write things for me, but I was using it as an equal parts combination of a nutritionist, therapist, motivator, analyst, and counselor. I opened some deep psychic wounds in my life that I may or may not discuss later. After having too much visceral fat throughout most of my adult life, I've decided to go on a diet at 5'8" and 144 pounds. I wasn't overweight by BMI, but it told me that I was normal weight obese by visceral fat, then corrected that to skinny fat slash nearly normal weight obese when I offered my neck measurements and other camera angles of my stomach. I've had many real problems with body image, many of which I discussed in this YouTube video. This is Your Brain on ARFID, you might have seen it. And in my last few articles, I mentioned how I felt my cognition declining recently and also how slowly I recovered from that last virus I caught where I had a fever of 101.6. I also want to minimize my depression risk because I can't really think of a day I've been happy for the last 20 years, and I read that a waist height ratio of 0.51 minimizes depression, and I was past that. I've always been fatter than I thought I was because of my lack of muscle tone. What I did not realize is that apparently I was among the fattest 1 to 3% of people in my age group when I was in middle school, and then I became obese again in 2011 by waist size, if not by body weight. I lost a little weight, but I've never been thin again, and now at age 40 I'm feeling the brunt of it. Although I have to scrupulously verify everything ChatGPT tells me, considering how many things it's wrong about, I kept asking it annoying questions like how much will my IBS symptoms slash depression decline and how much my cognition slash executive functioning slash attractiveness will improve at each level of fat loss. I also didn't realize that in this context you're supposed to measure waist size at the navel. I thought you were supposed to measure it at the narrowest point 1 inch above the belly button. As a result, my waist height ratio of 0.547 was much higher than I thought it was, although I have lost zero point 0.7 inches in the week and a half since then, which definitely seems a little too fast. I know I haven't been averaging 1,500 calories every day and I need to be averaging more, and I've also been walking a lot, multiple miles most days in wet snow and in poorly insulated boots, but I also mostly haven't been hungry and I'm probably feeling a little better. I need to come up with some kind of protein sources that I will tolerate besides soylent and chicken patties slash nuggets to avoid even more muscle loss though, and with my ARFID that might be a problem. Um, yeah, I had the shirt made after um, my website, and I'm going to be using it to for auto racing content on here, I think. Um, I might share bits and pieces from some of my ChatGPT chats in later posts because I learned a lot and I was more impressed by it than I thought I'd be. I talked about many, many other things with it, including discussing the situation with my mom, how I can integrate myself better socially, possible career tracks I should follow, where I should move after my mom dies for the best career opportunities, and possibly expanding my YouTube presence. I also had it summarize and review my book, telling me what authors I wrote like, and better putting my book in context with the literary landscape based on the specific genres and themes I included. It recommended me some authors I'd never read yet who might be right up my alley as well. I've also been watching or just as frequently listening in the background to all sorts of videos on YouTube virality, especially by Shane Hummus. I kind of find Shane Hummus at times to be like a snake oil salesman, but he also has a lot of interesting and good information too. You have to take the good with the bad with him. I mean, his big thing is how he likes to um, get people who are already successful YouTubers to um, making tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, which is not what I would be looking for. And he's always obsessed with how you should use your YouTube channel if you have it to solve big problems for people with big money. I'm not sure what interest any rich people at all would have in me or anything I have to offer. Clearly, very little, or I would have been functionally more employed a long time ago. Um, Nonetheless, I've decided I want to eventually chase the YouTube virality goal. Besides just the semi-virality that the Ultimate Typing Championship videos got, because I don't own either of them. Um, I'm pretty embarrassed that right now I have over 6,000 YouTube subscribers, but fewer than 1,000 watch hours. And I know in order to monetize anything, I need 3,000 watch hours to qualify for memberships and super chats, and 4,000 watch hours to be eligible for AdSense monetization, which I used to have, but then they raised the number of watch hours and I lost it. My channel is pretty dead, but if I want to attract the algorithm again, I know will gain more from just grinding out content than improving my graphical or editing or thumbnail abilities. I'm considering just reading a bunch of my past articles on Racermetrics or my Substack and posting them as YouTube videos a bunch of days in a row just to see if I can pivot to attracting an auto racing audience, which I really want to do in addition to my typing audience. There are all these successful auto racing YouTubers like Eric Estep and Slapshoes and David Land and so on, and I feel like I belong in their social circle culturally, but it doesn't seem like they want anything to do with me. I was kind of too young for fame in the print world and too old for fame in the digital world, but if I want to write seriously, my biggest platform is clearly YouTube and I have to use it more. And I figure if I grind out content that I have posted here or on Racer Metrics on my larger platform, I might attract more people to the Substack. So my question to my Substack users, probably none of whom are watching this, if you're one of my paid subscribers, do you care if I reread some of my content behind the paywalls here on YouTube to expand my audience there, which will likely expand my Substack audience as well? No new updates on my mom. I'm trying to get a ramp constructed, but the agencies who might be able to assist with that haven't gotten back to me after many, many calls. I'm planning on going to my first meeting of the Autistic Group for Young Adults, even though I no longer am a young adult, and I think I'm going to give my extra copy of Nerds Per Minute as a present for their Christmas party tomorrow, although right now I don't know how I will get home. And, um, I didn't get the loan money for the roof. Alright, I told you that, and I mentioned last week's live stream. Oh yeah, I'm still trying to make more friends and connections in the real world. I went back to bar trivia for the first time in months on Wednesday, and after all those other weeks when I was competing by myself, I finally got invited to join one of the other teams, and I've been the last 3 weeks, and we still haven't won yet since I arrived there. I'm definitely feeling less hard on myself that I wasn't able to win single-handedly against all these multiplayer teams, particularly when I learned last week that apparently the bartender occasionally feeds them answers. What I did not realize was that the bartender was literally on their team. Um, I did know some answers that they didn't. Every week there's a numeric question called the impossible question where whoever comes closest to guessing the exact number of the answer wins bonus points. Last week it was how many days ago was the Bill of Rights signed. Now I knew that was 1789, although I guess I was wrong about that because it wasn't ratified until 1791. So I was trying to calculate 236 times 365 in my head without a calculator or scratch paper. I didn't have any paper with me, and one of my teammates was hogging his, but between all the conversation, the noise, and the music, I couldn't do it. I don't know why I didn't think to just round it to 240 to times 360, which would have been nearly exactly correct, but I didn't, and I'm embarrassed. I feel like I could have easily calculated that in 90 seconds in my youth if someone asked me to do it in the high school halls. Too much hubris from my halcyon days of Math League glory, but we still worked our way back into the lead after the final round of regulation before losing on the final question, so at least that isn't why we lost. And I ended up being solely responsible for the loss yesterday because there was a question that if we'd gotten it right, we would have won. I had the correct bet for it, but it was something about who made a scientific discovery, and the answer was Archimedes, but it said this Sicilian, and I was thinking Greek name can't possibly be Sicilian, so I ended up talking them out of it and ended up being right. Oh well. And and the bartender himself wrote down St. Augustine instead, and I'm like, St. Augustine wasn't a scientist, and he was from Africa. He wasn't. I mean, if it was between Augustine and Archimedes, I certainly would have said Archimedes, but um, I also went over to the North Syracuse tabletop gaming store, Dame Games, and chatted with one of the guys there a few minutes before they closed. Even though I was never really interested in most of those kind of things as a kid, and my interest in geek culture, i.e., anime, cosplay, sci fi, fantasy, even gaming really, except for Scrabble and typing games, was seemingly far less than most other nerds, as my interests were usually much more academic. Yes, there were some sci fi fantasy video games I liked, but they were usually aggressively normie for the most part. I kind of feel I need to cultivate an interest in this stuff that I don't really have just to socialize with anyone, since I'm too weird to socialize with those deficient in autism anymore. They are pretty welcoming, so I'm thinking about having them teach me how to play Magic the Gathering just so I have anyone who gives a shit about me in real life. And okay, I mentioned the t-shirt there, but you're already seeing it. Um, yes, we've had an awful lot of snow. I don't even know how to shovel it because the previous shovel I had was broken. I've got a new shovel right here, and I have not figured out how to put it together. I have a couple missing parts. They just do not seem to go together properly. I haven't figured out how to get it together, so yes, there's a lot of snow. Like probably a couple feet of snow that I need to shovel. I have not gotten around to because I have not fixed that shovel yet. And yes, it's a pun on the James Joyce book, which I think is the only James Joyce book I ever read in one of my high school English classes. And hi, Rethinking Reality Xander and AbTech. Alright. Or AB Tech, whichever it is. And I am trying to look for what I was going to use as the next video, but I believe that I moved all my um, childhood videos to another folder, and now I don't remember what folder that is. um, it's not kid typing. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do a search at some point because I think I moved all that stuff to another folder. Did I just put it in C, Sean? Home videos. Yeah, yeah, there we go. Okay, those are all right, the Channel 9 one. We've seen the Washington, D.C. one. We've seen the kid print, the spelling bee. Yes, I've done all of those. So, okay, this is the one that's this is the one that's not from Christmas. I'm going to do this one, but then I'm going to have to turn it down. It starts off with footage from a Syracuse basketball
Publication Super Sports, a production of Cook Cablevision of Syracuse, presents Syracuse University. So to underline his point, he's making a change at the point. Syracuse University. So to underline his point, he's making a change at the point.
It's recording.
Okay, I have the book. I haven't read it yet. Should it be next on my list? Nerds per minute. I mean, whatever you want. I don't care. When you read it, I'm just happy you bought it in the first place. Because not a whole lot of people did. It's almost 300, which I imagine is like more than the average indie book sells. But whatever you want. I'm not gonna push you to read my book if there's something you think is better that you'd like more that you'd want to read first. So whatever you want is cool. Um,
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Here we have your basic Kathy at home. Yeah, it is.
Let's show your armpits.
Excuse me?
Let's show your armpits.
Is this very armpit?
It's really hard to see it.
Well, good. I just as soon not have permanent evidence of my hairy armpit. It is recording, it's showing. If you don't stop making noise, it'll sound really
Oh,
well.
I hear a mutt.
Where's Rat? I'd like to have.
okay, my mom at the time had two cats. Rats, who was orange, and Grubber, who was black. This is Grubber. My mom adopted them both in 1976, and they died in 1991. That was before my parents split, and I guess my dad is filming this.
Some pictures of Rat. Hi, Grub. How you doing, Grub? We're gonna all be posterity here, huh?
I don't know what's it.
Rats had some roast beef, so he's probably just laying down.
Oh, Daddy, you didn't stop.
Miranda came along after Chrissy had died.
You couldn't
What's the
do
feet, Grubber?
Hardly anyone's likely to make up. What was it like?
Oh, what a life.
I didn't notice
This
him
we
particularly.
lead.
He said he was a stranger.
Where everybody's
It's pretty bad.
Photograph back.
It's probably too long. Even I might get bored.
Good, I don't
Look at pets in
The
the
chances are that I'd have seen this
Look at the
last
kitty.
times, and immediately
Look at
said
wax
that was the
in there.
photograph I saw.
Grubber, look at the camera.
Why wait until after the
Have a
inquest to have
chance
a
to
go?
see
You were
that
never
when I
was
can
nicely
call
said.
you, Mommy.
Oh, and there's another thing.
She's
I
my
didn't print didn't appear until after I put the photograph back in the
big
dead man's
one.
We're recording again, folks. And we're recording the pigsty that's here today. It's pretty bad.
Mommy cleaned the place up this time.
I was talking about a camcorder stuff.
Right. There's a bunch of Sean's books on the couch. There's always a bunch of Sean's stuff around everywhere.
I got a great box for it anyway.
Put the kettle on the floor.
There's Sean. Hi, Sean.
Check the kettle.
He's recording it.
Check the kettle.
No, he's recording it.
Sean.
One missing a time.
Makes 2 quarts of
Can you miss her?
SEAN space PATRICK space WRONA.
That's not correct. My middle name is the Irish variant of Patrick, Padraic, alright.
That's not how you spell Patrick. Your name is spelled Padraic. Who told you to? Somebody told you to spell it wrong.
What's your phone number?
No, I would say my name, but now my phone number 458.
Just say your phone number, sweetheart.
What is it in English?
4486953
And what's your address?
42 Line Drive, apartment 4.
I'm not doxing anything. I haven't lived there in 22 years.
City? State?
New York
Zip code?
won't be 22.
Uh-huh. What do you want to say to the camera?
Hi.
Hi, Sean. Do you like to be on the camera?
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. sitting time date.
We pan across the room to the mama who's checking out
Whenever
some
the time
technical
it
stuff.
appears, it will be recorded. All right. Slide power switch to turn on camcorder. I'll open the control door on the side of the camcorder to expose the select and advance buttons. If the date and time does not automatically appear in the viewfinder, press the date time button on the side of the camcorder.
Okay.
A flashing cursor lets you know which part of the display you're setting.
Left or right,
You press
or
the
back
advance
or front.
button until the correct month appears, then press select.
I don't
The
press
cursor will
select.
move to the next part of the display.
I don't press
Did you get the date?
select.
No, I haven't done it yet, obviously.
Select isn't a
It's
button
similar to the way our
because it's
VCR.
select.
Okay, time out. I gotta. Now I'm recording.
Okay, now I have some idea when this is. I was almost, but not yet, 5. Video is still a bit loud compared to your voice. Okay. Okay, I'll lower it to 21.
If he's still reading the instructions, we got the time and the date worked out. I now have the correct time.
Okay.
We'll see if it's working. I have a counter which I like.
Battery level, tape remaining, clock calendar. What'd you say it said?
S:1/120. I got the counter. The counter's nice to have. The battery value's got 3 hours to go. That's nice.
It's only supposed to charge for 2 and progressively gets slower.
Huh?
It's only supposed to record for 2 hours and get progressively shorter, and when it gets down to an unreasonable length, you're supposed to get a new battery. They said every time it recharges, it doesn't go as far. Well, to be honest with you, I haven't found anything that says something. Ouch! Rubber.
It occasionally flashes, either the 120 or the...
Oh, maybe that's, it says S120?
S:1/120.
It may have something to do with recording time. It says here the camcorder records and plays back in VHS standard speed, SP. This is below the SP recording times for copy or VHS cassettes. That may be what it has something to do with. They say you have to reset it if you have a long cassette in.
Right, this might be saying
Reset me.
100 is worth 2 hours, 120 minutes.
What time do we record, Daddy?
Okay, shutter speed display. S:1/1000
Yeah.
at the top.
Right.
All right, it's on. Oh, Sean, hush a minute. This display is controlled by the shutter switch. When the shutter switch is in the auto position, this display shows auto. When the shutter switch is in the manual position, you got the shutter switch in manual. This display shows the shutter speed. That's a hard one. You selected with the shutter speed button, and it tells you the various ones. Higher shutter speeds require more light. The shutter speed display will flash when you need more light. When the shutter switch is off in the off position, no display appears here. You need that off to be recording in here, or you're not going to get anything.
So when it's flashing, it doesn't have enough light.
That's correct.
So what do you put it on automatic and adjust itself? But I want to get rid of the display.
I don't think you can get rid of
I
it.
never had this. I didn't have this 2 months ago, Kathy.
No, you couldn't.
I feel like I'm sitting in a madhouse here.
You are. We all are.
My mom smoked from the time she was 16, around 1964 to 2007 when she quit in the hospital. I was there when she quit. It was right before I graduated college. Yeah, I know everybody wants me to type, and that's not what I want to do.
We're just practicing, Sean.
Oh, I'm right here.
All right, that's sitting.
Are you? What do you got a book there? What are you reading?
It's spell in B activity book and learning how to this one.
I don't think you can get rid of that.
I didn't have it last time.
Well, It shows this. It doesn't mention that you can get rid of it. It says camcorder status display. One of the following displays will appear here to let you know what the camcorder is doing. Tape counter.
Yeah, I never had the tape counter last time either.
Shutter speed display.
I mean, I don't mind them.
When the shutter switch is in the off position, no display appears. So your shutter switch has to be off.
Okay, and that's auto but no display.
Correct.
All right.
Correct, Mommy.
And what about Daddy? Was it correct for Daddy too?
It says on the top here, it says when the shutter switch is in the auto position, this display shows auto. And it says when the shutter switch is in the off position, no display appears there.
Right. So I want it to be auto but off, which is no display but working as auto.
Well, if it wasn't on last time, that's the way we used it the whole time, and we certainly got lucky.
Right.
We certainly, Daddy. If we record me.
I love it. Keep this battery from children. Swallow it from
About-
salt.
Oh, I see.
Oh, a little battery.
A little
I was going to say, how
bit.
could a kid swallow that battery pack?
I can swallow that battery pack.
I think we'll have some background music.
Oh, all right. I'm learning this.
I'm zooming in on Sean Rona.
Patrick Luna.
How do you spell Patrick?
P-A-D-R-I-C-K.
Well, that's the way some people spell it. We spell it P-A-D-R-A-I-C. That's the way they spell it in Ireland.
English says
More common than it is.
Mommy's got to get comfortable here. Trying to get you in the frame here. P-A-D-R-A-I-C. It's harder to spell the way Mommy spelled it. Mommy spelled it the way they have it in Ireland.
English, I said P-A-D-R-I-C.
A-I-C. Padre. Spell abbreviation.
A-D-R.
Wrong. You forgot how to spell it?
Well, yours has, it's a toughie for me.
Okay, what's the capital of New Hampshire?
Concord.
Want to spell that?
C-O-N-C-O-R-D.
What about New Hampshire?
N-E-W space H-A-M-P-S-H-R-I.
What's the capital?
Yeah, I know. It's boring, you all. I still want to go through all these, and there aren't many left. I think this is split in two between this and a day that I have in preschool right after. I'll stop before I get there, and I will do some typing. And who spells things with multiple words saying space in between? Well, it's because I grew up on the computer.
Because I said it already.
The capital of New Hampshire? Oh, what's the capital of Vermont?
Oh, let me look.
Oh, that's okay. You don't have to look. I guess you don't. I just wanted to see if you remembered.
10 o'clock, he's late, Captain.
Yeah, no, you are up a little late tonight.
He's probably not, I mean, it's not his peak time to drill out.
You don't have the time showing on here.
That's all right, I was playing around with that.
Okay, let's think of some more things. Would you sing me a song? Sing me the scale notes.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Not even close.
Want to do it again?
Do, re, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
And what songs do you sing in school?
I don't know because I'll sing him at tomorrow maybe.
All right. How about any songs? Wait a minute, wait a minute. If you move, I'm not going to have you centered in the screen here.
No, Mommy.
All right, I don't know how to stop this stuff. I'm zooming.
I'm gonna zoom. I'm gonna zoom closer and closer and closer and closer and closer.
Are you a silly?
Yes.
Are you a sweetie?
Yes. Oh.
This is kind of boring, isn't it? You wanted to be on camera, but you don't want to do anything.
No, Mommy. Anything's not gonna. But I played in school, baby.
Who are your friends in school?
Amanda and Kristen. But Daddy called them.
Daddy called them?
Yes.
What did he call them?
Amanda and Kristen.
Do you have any other friends?
Not me because I didn't call up.
What about Ashley? Is Ashley your friend?
Yes, but she's absent.
Oh, she was out of school today?
Yes.
Oh, that's too bad. I didn't know that.
Because he'll call up on Tuesday.
Wednesday. What's today? Today's Monday. She'll probably be back in school on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, I think my preschool was Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so I was not, I did not have to go to school the next day. Hey, hope you're doing well, Sean. I have things to do, so I can't stay, but I'm dropping on by to say hi and leave a like. I'll watch the entire thing tomorrow. Cool, cool. And I am going to type later. I think that this video contains just this thing when I was 4, and I had a heavy speech impediment. I mean, maybe I still do. It almost sounds like I still do to me, but I had to have speech therapy for years to correct that, in addition to my adaptive physical therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy, special school bus road counseling resource. I mean, how was my autism not detected then? The stimming is so obvious.
It will be a Tuesday.
Yeah, tomorrow's Tuesday. You don't have school on Tuesday, though.
It has codes for here.
Mommy forgot how to turn it off, and it's sitting on Mommy's shoulder, and Mommy's just sort of holding it here.
Well, I'm being closer and closer and closer and closer and closer and closer.
Mm-hmm. Mommy did do that for you. When's your birthday?
At March 24, 1990.
How old will you be?
5 next year.
Yeah, that's actually this year. We're in 1990 now, aren't we?
Yes, yeah. But
I'm trying to think of some song, you know, that you can sing for me. Or some words you could spell.
I'll spell some.
You will? What would you like to spell?
Well, let me find.
Oh, that's reading. It's not the same as spelling. Did you learn how to spell green yet?
No.
I saw you typed it out on the computer.
But I'll stay.
No, stay here. Since I can't turn it off, I want to just keep recording you.
Why can't you turn it off?
Because I can't move it. Camera sort of on my left shoulder.
No,
You can move the eye in either direction.
I know.
That's what the problem is.
This is the way I did it all last time. It's the way you did it last time too.
No, I had it on my left shoulder.
You did have it on.
And here we have Sean's bookcase.
I bet you were.
I'm coming, Shawnee. This is Shawnee's bookcase, where he has his encyclopedias of the Animal Kingdom, and his Let's Travel books, and his whole variety of Dr. Seuss, Sesame Street type books. And here he has his technical manuals. Really, they're mine and Mommy's, but he reads them much more than we do now. And up there he has some cookbooks and some stuff we don't want him to get into. And here's some stuff he types on the
You've got to see that.
computer.
Are you getting that?
I don't know. Look out.
Dear sir, for careful consideration, we can't bring these items for sale in our stores. Each... That can't possibly say Hagen girl, can it? Oh, each boy and girl was made at the Epilepsy Association of Central New York. I must have written that, because it's incoherent. I must have written that. I've been better, but I'm doing better than I was a couple days ago.
Kill that light. Did you kill it?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Anyway, now you have news that I a lot of
Well, he's
stuff
scrolling through.
He's trying. That's the thing.
Oh, that's funny. Conditions at Syracuse, Channel 5, temperature, wind chill, humidity, barometric pressure. I could spell barometric pressure then at the age of 4. But yes, I guess I was typing that off the television, and Channel 5 was the local Syracuse CBS affiliate we watched then, and Reflections. Oh, I'm typing the lyrics of Reflections, which was the theme to the TV show China Beach. It was a popular drama at the time that nobody remembers now, but it was a popular drama at the time, and that supreme song Reflections was the theme of it. It was about Vietnam, very heavy on the boomer nostalgia.
Reflection song.
Is there anything behind me?
I guess
No, you're slowly backing into the dishwasher now.
Alright.
Actually, no one wants to bear
Oh, this is going to be interesting because we're going to see how well this comes out. Alright. Well, we're going to go out and, wait, let Daddy sit down and get comfortable. You're always comfortable when you film. Alright, this is the recording. Daddy will sit on the stool.
Cup, pop, popping cup. Cup, pop, cup. Cup and pop. Mouse, house, mouse on house. House, mouse, house on mouse. Oh, tell me what's up. Oh, smell me what's up. Oh, bow, you play for. Bow wow, up in the wow. Oh, bow, 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 wow. Day play, we play all day. Night play, we play all night. He, me, he's after me. Him, zim, zim is after him. C, B, we see a B. C, B, 3. Now we see 3. 3, tree. We can see a tree. This is not tree. How could that be? When they coming, when I'm in bed. When the tenant and the bed. Pat, they coming. Pat, sat on hat. Pat, sat on hat. Pat, sat on hat. But, yeah, we did.
No, don't sit on that.
That is very, very sad. He has a birthday. What a very sad cat. Bing, bing, what is that thing? Bing, sing a bing, and say, so.
You got that.
Sign, line, goodbye.
You're whispering, people can't hear you.
Walk, we like to walk. Walk, tuck, we like to tuck. Hop, pop, we like to hop. We like to hop on top of Miss Pop.
Stop! You must not hop on Pop.
Mr. Brown, Mrs. Brown, Mr. Brown upside down. Pop, pop, brown, down. Pop is down, Bob is brown. Bob is brown, Yellow is brown. Mr. Brown is out of town. Black, Brown came back. Brown came back. With Mr. Black. Snack, eat a snack with bread and black. Bumpy bump. Fast pass, he went fast pass. 10 cents, he went into a tent. I sent him out of his tent. What get to God, skip with help, or hope. Here, Will, and up here. Will here still. Will is uphill still. Baba, my sister, bro. A yapping is my hour blower. My blowers read a little bit. Like little was like if and it. My Baba can read big words to lie. Can't stand in no poem Timbuktu. Say, what does it say? See him, Mary. Pap, pop, pop. Tweet, top, hop, stuff. Ask me tomorrow, but not today.
Excellent.
Okay, I didn't think there would be any comments, but that was an obvious stopping place because we had just finished that one book, and apparently they're going to have me read another one, which is weird because they used to insist on a 7 o'clock bedtime. Well, no, sorry. I used to insist on a 7 o'clock bedtime for me. Like, if they put me to bed after 7, I would start screaming, literally. How was my autism not discovered earlier? I always stayed up until 10 on Friday because I watched the TGIF sitcoms that day, and eventually I also watched Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy at 7 and 7:30, and then I would usually go to bed at 8, unless I was watching TV later, but I almost never went to bed after 9 at that point. And back in those years, it was like 7, so I can't believe they had me up as late as 10 back then. I think there's some footage on here from my preschool that might be more interesting than this that I'll do next time. And then that might just leave the video from Christmas 91, which I'm going to save for closer until Christmas. I'm going to try and upload all of those things by the end of this year, and then I'm going to pivot.
Can we read this one together now?
Yes. We're gonna read fast. And I read second.
Okay. You read this the pages on this side, and I'll read the pages on this side, okay?
1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish.
Black fish, blue fish, old fish, new fish.
This one has a little sock. This one has a little cock. Say, what a lot of fish there are.
Yes, some are red, some are blue, some are old, and some are new. Some are sad, and some are glad.
And some are very, very bad. Why are you sad and glad and bad? I do not know. Go ask your dad.
Some are thin, and some are fat. The fat one has a yellow hat.
From here to here, from here to there. Funny things are everywhere.
Here are some who like to run. They like to run for fun in the hot, hot sun.
Oh me, oh my, oh me, oh my. What a lot of funny things go by.
Some have 2 feet, some have 4. Some have 6 feet, and some have more.
Where do they come from? I can't say, but I bet they have come for a long, long way.
We see them come, we see them go. Some are fast, and some are slow.
Some are high and some are low. Not one of them is like another. Don't ask us why. Go ask your mother. Say, look at his fingers. 1, 2, 3. How many fingers do I see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11. Yes, 11. This is something. I wish I had 11 too.
Bump, bump, bump. Did you ever ride a wump? We have a wump with just 1 hump.
But we know a man called Mr. Gump. Mr. Gump has a some hump wump. So if you let it go bump bump, the stump it hop of a wump and gump.
Who am I? My name is Ned. I do not like my little bed. This is no good. This is not right. My feet stick out of bed all night.
And when I pull him in, oh dear, my head sticks out of bed up here.
We like our bike. It is made for 3. Our Mike sits up in back, you see.
We like our Mike, and this is why Mike does all ill-work when the hills get high.
Hello there, Ned. How do you do? Tell me, what is new? How are things in your little bed? What is new? Please tell me, Ned.
I do not like his bed at all. A lot of things have come to cow. A cow, a dog, a cat, a mouse. Oh, what a bed, oh, what a house.
Oh dear, I cannot hear. Will you please come over near? Will you please look in my ear? There must be something there, I fear.
Hey, look, a bear was in your ear. But he is out, so have no fear. Again, your ear can hear, my dear.
My head is old, my teeth are gold. I have a bird I like to hold. My shoe is off, my foot is cold.
My shoe is off, my foot is cold. I have a bad leg to hold. My head is sold, my teeth are gold. And now my story is all told.
We took a look, we saw a nook. On his head he had a hook. On his hook he had a book. On his book was how to cook.
We saw him sit and try to cook. He took a look at a book on the hook. But a nook can't read, so a nook can't cook. So what good to a nook is a hook cook book?
The moon was out and we saw some sheep. We saw some sheep take a walk in their sleep.
By a light of the moon, by a light of a star, we walked a night from near to far. I would never walk. I would take a time.
You read the last single page, so I'll read this one, okay?
I do not like this one so well. All he does is yell, yell, yell. I will not have this one about when he comes in, I put him out.
This one is quiet as a mouse. I like to have him in the house.
Our house, we open cans. We have to open many cans, and that is why we have a Zans.
A Zans for cans is very
No,
good.
my son, a Zans for cans is very good. Have you had Zans for cans? You should.
I like to box how I like to box. So every day I box a gox.
In yellow socks, I box my gun. I box in yellow box socks.
It is fun to sing if you sing with a ying. My ying can sing like anything. I sing high and my ying sings low. And we are not too bad, you know.
Yes.
This one, I think, is called a yink. He likes to wink. He likes to drink.
He likes to drink a drink. The thing he likes to drink is ink. The ink he likes to drink is pink. He likes to wink and drink pink ink. So, if you have a lot of ink, you should have a ink, I think.
Hop, hop, hop. I am a yop. All I like to do is hop from finger top to finger top. I hop from left to right and then hop, hop. I hop right back again.
I like to hop all day and night from left way to left and left to right. Why do I like to hop, hop, hop? I do not know. Go ask a pop.
Brush, 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 brush.
Comb, 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 comb.
Blue hair is fun to brush and comb.
All girls who like to brush and comb have a pet that is at home.
Who is this pet? Say he is wet. You never yet met a pet, I bet, as wet as they let this wet pet get. Did you ever fly a kite in bed?
Did you ever walk with 10 cats on your head?
Did you ever milk this kind of cow? Well, we can do it. We know how.
If you never did, you should. These things are fun, and fun is good.
Hello? Hello? Are you there? Hello? I called you up to say hello. I said hello. Can you hear me, Joe?
Oh no, I cannot hear you. Oh, I cannot hear you. This is not good, and I know why. I'm not as good as why. Yeah, goodbye.
From near to far, from here to there. Funny things are everywhere.
These your pits are coded Zs. I have one here upon your heads. Your heart goes fast, so fast they say, we need a fix every day.
Who am I? My name is Ish. On my hand I have a fish. I have a fish to help me wish.
When I'm with a big sis, and I say, I wish for fish, and I get fish right on my disc. So if you wish, you may wish for fish with my wish fish.
Very good. At our house we play out back. We play a game called Ring the Gap.
Would you like to play a game? Come down, we have our only gack in town.
Look what we found in the park in the dark. We will take him home. We will call him Clark.
He will live at our house. He will go in the will mouth like his. We don't know.
And now good night. It is time to sleep. So we will sleep with our pet seat.
Today is gone. Today was fun. Tomorrow is enough. Every day. You have to get funny things that happen you.
How about a big old hug?
Yes. Yes, those were two Dr. Seuss books, Hop on Pop and One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. I used to have most of them. I think most of them were lost. I wouldn't even want any of them anymore except for maybe the Lorax, which in the long run was my favorite. I guess I'm probably about to go to bed here, and then the remainder will be the video um, at at the preschool, which would probably be more interesting than this. Um, I wish I had that kind of exuberance and joie de vivre.
Stop recording, Daddy!
I want to see you hugging me when I'm
Okay.
recording. Although right now you're just sitting on me. Are you a little ham and cheese sandwich?
No, I don't have any.
Give me a hug. How about a hug and a kiss?
Okay, that's enough recording for tonight. We'll probably do some more tomorrow. Say bye-bye, Shawnee.
But what?
Good night, camera. Good night, camera. Good
But will we?
night, camera. We're
No,
going
no,
to
no.
leave you now.
But
Merrily we roll on, roll on. How would you like to sing? I don't know.
What do you want to say, Shawnee?
well, I don't know because we're gonna record it last one recording on TV.
What does Mommy want to say?
That we didn't do.
Tomorrow,
Night,
Shawnee,
sweet
tomorrow.
friends. Parting is such sad sorrow.
What
And
time?
so we said.
Upset because I didn't let her finish, so.
The problem is I don't remember. I'm not sure if I remember any of the speeches.
Yes, hello, Flanner. I'm going to have to know where to crop that out if I am not wearing pants at that point, but obviously I'm going to go to bed after that and I won't show the rest of that, I guess. And then I will obviously crop that here. I think what I want to do first tonight is I want to go all the way through that 40-minute type GG thing with all the code or whatever it is. I don't remember what, how to find that, but that's a way of building an audience. Typing that thing for 40 minutes, I bet. I don't remember what to look for is the thing. Instead of a semicolon or something. Oh, okay, source type. I want to type that long thing to warm myself up and build an audience, and then I want to do some races. You should do the long quotes I submitted. I will. I want to warm up with this and build an audience. All right. Okay, 9,388 characters. That is the longest one, and then I will do the ones here. Talking about. I did clip my nails today, or yesterday, I guess it was, and I also found the smoke detector. The smoke detector that was beeping was sitting under the couch. It took me several days to find. I did find it. I replaced the battery on it. Oh, this isn't it at all. Huh? Yeah, I'm gonna bail. I'm gonna bail. I want to type the weird one. I don't want to type something that long if it isn't weird. I'm also not logged in. Oh, okay, it's this one, not that one. And I want to do it logged in. Yeah, I bailed on it, and this is a really weird thing that I do genuinely want to do, and I regret bailing on it on that day. And then by the time I've gone through this, I will be really warmed up to type those other ones that are easier than this. Oh, I've just come up with a name for the video. I didn't have one because I didn't vet that video before I put it on. Under barometric pressure, there we go, that's a good name. Even though it was a small part of the video, I mean, it's insane. I was 4 and knew what barometric pressure was, probably better than I did now, but I watched weather stuff constantly. I would have the Weather Channel on all day, every day for years of my life. And it was watchable then, before it became all about storm stories, and it can happen tomorrow, and all their attempts at reality television that ruined the network, just like ruined every other cable network. I'm typing so much leet speed in this. I know, it's like the beer pong version of typing. But I don't hate this, it's a more interesting challenge. I like it more than bursting, probably. Although, I mean, from what I was talking about with ChatGPT, which I mentioned in that last article on my Substack, ChatGPT told me that the reason I was underachieving at typing, and burst typing specifically, was because of my excess visceral fat. all the other people who type much better than I do at bursting. Well, almost all of them were very thin, and I was not for most of my typing heyday. So that explains a lot of that. Granted, Michael DeRoche was fat when he was the first person to type at 300 on Type Racer, and Cameron was overweight when he had the second fastest score for a while, so maybe shape doesn't have a lot to do with it, but I think it does, and I think that's why I underachieved relative to y'all kids. And I want to talk through this a bit to make it more entertaining. This is the sort of thing that I think can be an especially good warm-up. Might help my accuracy later. I know my accuracy has probably diminished. I was told that, I don't know whether I believe half the stuff that ChatGPT was telling me about nutrition and stuff, but it told me that if I am thin again, I will have the cognition that I had in my 20s again. So we'll see if that's actually true. Of course, given my own eating issues, there's always the risk that upon losing weight, I might go too far in the other direction and accidentally get anorexic, and that's what I want to avoid as well. Yeah, I did not know what I was going to call this video, but I think under barometric pressure is good. Not good for search engine optimization, really, but admittedly, all the titles of my videos are extremely anti-SEO, and honestly, that could come to my benefit, I bet, because my video titles are so weird and not what everybody else is doing. That could eventually play into my favor at a certain point, actually. Because it's not like whoever owned... Well, you know what I'm talking about. Alright. I'm amazed this is something somebody actually even published. I don't mind typing it that much, but I'm amazed this is actually in some kind of actual book. Because, I did take some computer science courses. I was not a great programmer. I was at times a competent programmer, and I don't see what the point of this, even in a programming context, would be. I'm doing so much leap speak here. 3s for E's and vice versa. That might be a weird dyslexic glitch in my head. And I did not talk in leet speak. I didn't even know what it was until... Okay, there was this guy on Jeopardy. I used to watch Jeopardy every night. I haven't, for the most part, in quite a while, but... In the Jeopardy College Championship in 2004, there was this guy, Kerman Fleming, who won, and he bet $1,337. He had already clinched, but that's what he bet to make a leet joke. That was the first I'd ever heard of it. You can probably find that on YouTube. I think I've seen the clip of that on YouTube. I remember Kerman very fondly. Also, I've never heard of anybody else named Kerman, so that stood out as well. Perfect nerd name. I'm kind of curious what the record is on this too. I probably won't set... Well, actually, I might set it because who knows if any of the faster people than me have even done it. I can't imagine Josh wanting to do this, for instance, even though he beat me on it. I know people aren't really interested in the me as a kid videos. I don't have a whole lot of them left, and I plan on going through the remaining few of them by the end of the year, and then I think for a while what I want to be doing mainly is trying to read some of my racing content as videos here, and I've got like hundreds of columns I can read. See if I can build an auto racing audience in addition to my typing audience, because that's what I really want to do right now. And that could like increase attention to my Substack, which is one of the things I want, and it could also help me possibly find a publisher for the 1,000 Greatest Drivers book that I am working on. Those are things I really want to do. I mean, sure, I could publish the racing book myself, like I published the typing book by myself, and I have a small audience, but I don't think most of my typing fans would be interested in that, and I don't blame you. I think one of the things I like about typing something like this is that I'm not going to be pissed whenever I make an error, because you expect to make an error on any character because it's just a run of extended gobbledygook. So errors on something like this are far less stressful, and I don't really care much. And there were times on Type Racer or whatever when I cared a bit too much when I made an error, and so this is almost leisurely in a way. That doesn't mean this is something I'm going to do a lot, but it's something I wanted to do once. Especially after I bailed the first time. I'm embarrassed that I bailed the first time. I probably forgot to mute the tab or something, so... all the E's and 3's I'm mixing up. They're not even near each other, but it's just what it reads like to me. Okay, I guess this is coming up on 3/4. I've got to remember the specific squiggly that it is by the time I get there. And I screwed it up again. I'm always getting those wrong. It's only the E's I'm typing as 3's, it feels like, not vice versa. You know what's really hard on here? All the X's. In addition to the E3 thing, because X is the hardest character to type. Well, I mean, for most people. For me, it is. Hardest letter, I should say. Although it's not that hard to type after the X, I guess. I don't know what I'm hitting to make it put the screensaver, shall we call it, on. Really dating myself there. I wonder how many of y'all even remember what a screensaver is. One of the things I was surprised when watching that video of me when I was 4 is like just how much more literate I was while writing than I was while actually reading. Or that there were lots of things I could type that I couldn't speak at all. I mean, I must have been one of the very few people who was better at typing than speaking, and I guess that's still true. Oh, I'm hitting the window key. I bet it is under the X. I did not grow up with the window key. That emerged when I was in high school probably, and that's still not something I'm very used to. I will read through all your comments after I'm through with this, which I am close to being through with this. And then I can rest my shoulder a bit before I do some real races. I'm not even looking at my speed. I have no idea what it is. 78, I'm guessing. Yeah, this was too intense for even me to look at the score. I'm guessing it's like 75 to 78 or something, but I don't really know. I'm not looking at it. I did kind of want to do this because it was the world's hardest typing test, basically. Probably the hardest typing test available anywhere. And that I find kind of cool. Even though I understand why everybody would hate this. $73.5. I was not far off from what I thought. Okay, let me look at the stream. Nope, Shiny should do the long quotes I submitted, but if you want to do that search on signed long, there's a few of them, just do the one with the highest difficulty. You should be the second one on the list. No do quotes submitted by Lego or Colorful Toucans. How does visceral fat correlate with speed? I don't know, but I now think it does. Too bad it's not number one. Yeah, who beat me? I don't even know this site very well. I don't know where to look. I'm not doing it again to try to beat whoever, but I don't even know where I look at the leaderboard. Top left after you scroll to see the graph. Oh, okay. Oh, Dasha, she's the one who uploaded it. Okay. Only 4 people even did it. I could probably beat it if I trained for it, but yeah, what's the point? Okay. Can you even look at who submitted a quote? I'll see if, oh, that works. Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like it's something you just submitted. I would not call any of these particularly long. Longest is 297 characters. It's not long. Ah, Moses. Yes, that is long. Don't know if I'll also do that today or not, but I mean, if I do, I'm not doing anything else. Lots of songs, alright. Is there something like longer than 300 characters but shorter than Moses? Oh, Motley Crue, that surprises me considering your usual tastes. Oh, you submitted a quote like that too? Um, if you go to the top right, there's a way to filter by the longest. I have multiple 8,000 character ones. I don't know if I'm going to do another 8,000 character one tonight. I'm going to try this 1500 one. It's long and it's interesting. Um, oh man. Alright, the rest of that is easy. It's just the first part that isn't. But I really butchered the beginning so badly that this is going to be bad. Yeah, I see what you mean. This part goes fast. I'm trying to figure out like what the best time is for me to regularly schedule uploads, because I want to do that. Obviously, if I do stuff regularly at the same time, YouTube and the algorithm will like that. With all that I was looking at on all those videos about virality, they really recommended using your whatever it's called, community page, the Twitter equivalent, the YouTube equivalent of what Twitter used to be. So if you do backspace, it all counts against you here too. Yeah, that's bad. Six to 9ish Eastern. Yeah, I'm trying to think of when I can upload things so I won't alienate people either on the Pacific Coast or I won't alienate people in Europe, and that's a tough. I mean, I can't imagine I get many Asians, but I imagine I do get a lot of Europeans. Okay, I see the difficulty rating. I mean, yes, I haven't looked at the interface on this a whole lot, so. Oh, there are two different Bible verses. I'll do the long one and then maybe that's it. I don't really think typing European scene is huge right now. I can't lie. Well, yeah, the thing is, the European typing scene, I mean, where was that centered? It was centered on Inner Steno, and it was centered on 10 Fast Fingers. Inner Steno is still thriving in terms of, like, having real-life competitions. In fact, the Inner Steno ones might, in theory, be the most prestigious, except that I don't think any American has ever actually gone to the European to the live Intersteno events, because they're almost always in Europe. The longest one was Genesis 1 to 3, but I was mostly doing it to see how long quotes I waited on the site, and I don't really like doing long quotes. Alright, so does moving this up to 8 get rid of everything but the really long ones? Oh, those aren't... Okay, those aren't high on difficulty. Oh, quote length. Quote length, there we go. Okay. Yeah, okay. Starting with the beginning might be fun. Feel like a force RSI if I do them enough. Yeah, sure, that's a concern. Although I think if you type as much as any of us do, you will have built up a stamina to it, like a guitar player getting calluses or whatever. If you build up a stamina to it, then it probably won't affect you as much as if it was somebody who had never done it before, or like any form of exercise. So yeah, I will do the first Bible quote, and then maybe I'll do one of the Lego quotes, or a couple of the Lego quotes. Obviously, this is not much longer than the one I just finished, but it will be much faster. And obviously most of the words in this translation are going to be basic. It does not look like King James, which would be harder. Yeah, okay, I can see why this was not super high difficulty, because it isn't, it's just long. Like the people who call, like, David Foster Wallace one of the hardest authors to read. Well, in terms of getting all the characters figured out and the non-linear narrative structure, it can be hard, but despite how long it is, it's simpler than you'd think, at least compared to the authors who I've read are significantly harder, like Thomas Pynchon or whoever, who I haven't read, but I know that he's significantly harder than Wallace, even though they're often compared. This time I don't think clipping my fingernails helped my accuracy much. Usually it did. I'm surprised I mistype tree almost every time. Man, I think there was a time I would probably have gotten 180 on this. Can't even blame my long fingernails today because I clipped them. For the first time in months. Well, I'm not going to get 160, that's embarrassing. Very bad. Perform pretty much at my average for 3 to 4,000 character quotes, and after that it's a huge fall off speed wise. Well, for me it usually wasn't. For me, I was like 174 words per minute at 5 minutes, and then 174 words per minute at 50 minutes on highgames.net back then. I'm obviously not as fast now, but incredible wrist pain. I haven't. All right, I didn't really have wrist pain. All right, Legostration. I uploaded some hard quotes if you want to sort by difficulty when you look up Lego. I uploaded over 200 David Foster Wallace quotes too. I don't know if you brought it up because you already looked at my submissions. No, I looked it up because he was like the most, or I mentioned David Foster Wallace because he was, I guess, the most supposedly complex literary author I ever read. I read the Brothers Karamazov too, and people might say that's more complicated. Honestly, I'd say it wasn't. Brothers Karamazov was just longer. Dostoevsky wasn't trying to befuddle or trick anyone in the same way. Um, Alright, I've done 2 long Flaneur quotes. I probably didn't lead that. I don't care. I probably wouldn't lead anything anymore. I don't know what to search for. I mean, I don't know what your name is. Oh, it is Lego. Alright. I'm not doing another. I'm not doing another 8,000 character quote. I'll see what the high difficulty ones are, though. What the hell, since I mentioned it. Oh, 120, alright. Might be able to beat that. Yeah, I can see why a lot of people probably thought Wallace was predicting Trump here. And I can see why this is considered so hard because it doesn't have spaces. I don't think it's that hard. Okay, that bothers me. Is it actually like that in the book? I do own it. I only read it once and I don't think I ever will again. Nonfiction is better. Velvety vocalists. That's harder than anything in that V quote everybody on here seems to think is the hardest thing ever. Well, I beat So Word at least. Do I use 2 fingers for KI on words like king or kind? Oh yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely I'd use K for the index and I for the middle. Yeah, I liked Infinite Jest. I did not like it that much. His nonfiction is better. All right. What do you have at the hardest level? House of Representatives campaign spending. Oh, that's interesting. There's definitely nothing like that on any other type of thing. Well, all right, correction. Inner Steno had quotes like that a lot. Inner Steno had like government documents where you'd have to um, type something about budget allocations for the European Union or something. But outside of Inner Steno, I've never seen explicit political quotes to that extent. That interests me. Hi, do I know Second Chance Diner near Syracuse, New York? Um, no, I don't. My audio is pretty low, yeah, because everybody tells me it's so high all the time. Mike Ox is maxed apparently, so I guess not. Quotes with political messaging are banned now. That feels different though, because political messaging could include like any author or movie that deals in political themes as opposed to this. I mean, I find this interesting because you won't find anything like that on oh, hundreds of quotes from congressmen. All right, hundreds of quotes. I understand it. It's more speeches are banned. See, I mean, speeches are of more of a historic nature than a lot of this ephemeral pop culture content that tends to dominate on these sites. A classic speech is like more likely to be remembered over time than um, some obscure quote in Twilight or something. A guy called Beard Meets Food was there, and I remember you from there. Okay, more significant speeches. Well, okay, yes, because there's been a grand total of like one memorable political speech after Reagan, and that was God of all things, George W. Bush's Axis of Evil speech. For all everybody talks about Obama being the best orator ever, he has no quotes that everybody remembers. The last speech that I feel everybody remembers is the Axis of Evil if they're old enough. Um, I'll do this one and then maybe I'll call it a night after that. Yeah, I'm not great with capital letters. Although actually, oh yeah, caps lock will help me here compared to a lot of other people, I think. Yeah, I can see why this is something he wouldn't want too much of. But I do find it interesting because it is pretty unique compared to what you'll find on other typing sites. But yes, I can see why Aiko would get annoyed if there are like 300 versions of this. Because it can be a lot of redundancy. Well, I had like over 300 consecutive keystrokes without an error on this, which is not the sort of thing you'd expect on a quote like this. I think all those totally capitalized things really help me because of the caps lock, even though it's not efficient elsewhere. Alright, I messed up that one. Alright, I guess I'll finish with the Ich bin ein Berliner. Yes, I realize there aren't many famous political speeches lately, as everything that politicians say is more and more vapid. I mean, I can't think of anything that is widely remembered since Axis of Evil, and I mean, I was around for all the Obama stuff, and he was supposedly the best orator ever and everything, but he said a whole lot of nothing. He just said the same sort of things that Bill Clinton was saying better. Last one, and then I'm gonna get off. The enters make this a lot more interesting. I can't think of anything else other than intersteno, really, that required you to hit enter sometimes. You're like Ico's like recreating what was interesting about intersteno, and there aren't a lot of tests like that require you to hit enter. I still think there are a lot of political things that are better remembered than a lot of the flash in the pan kind of pop culture that people don't really like anymore, like Twilight or hell at this point, maybe even Harry Potter. So is my like baseline speed 160 now? Wow, that's a steep drop off. Or maybe the scores here are just lower than Type Racer scores were, I don't know. I will agree that there probably shouldn't be many political speeches after Reagan. I hated Reagan, but people still remember a lot of his speeches. It really bothers me that he actually quoted Back to the Future at the end of one of his State of the Union addresses. Yes, I know it's a classic movie. Yes, it's a 5-star movie to me also, but I don't know. It just feels like that should be separate, even though the movie mentioned him. speech on Bin Laden. I don't even remember speeches on Bin Laden. Um, in 21 hours, if you're willing to endure some rain, don't know what you're talking about. Um, did my typing skills ever help me back in my college days? Uh, I would say grade school, yes. Typing, no, not really, because I didn't own a laptop back then, so I took my notes, scribbled my notes pen and paper. Sometimes I type them later, and obviously it probably helped me type term papers a little faster or whatever, but no, not really. Um, I really don't like Trump. I uploaded his speeches solely because he talks so straightforwardly. Yeah, there's a certain comedic value um, for some people. There are a lot of people who like to laugh at stupidity. I'm not one of them. I hate Schadenfreude. I hated everything like that. I hated the Darwin Awards. I hated the Herman Cain Award. I hated when people like celebrated whenever there was a natural disaster and it affected the people of the other party. And I mean, both the Democrats and the Republicans do that. Like whenever there's a flood in Texas or whatever. Well, if they'd voted a different way, maybe that wouldn't have happened. And I mean the same thing whenever there's a California earthquake or something, and it's equally obnoxious, whoever is whoever is doing it. And obviously, whether you vote for Democrats or Republicans, neither of them really have any interest in like rebuilding our crumbling infrastructure or anything that would prevent natural disasters in the first place anyway. So yes, I find all that stuff laughing at stupidity or celebrating whenever somebody in a demographic group that you don't belong to suffers. I find that insufferable. Um, in case I want to check it out, he's not going to make it attempting a huge breakfast challenge at a busy New York diner. Yeah, I mean, I never was really into watching memes either. It didn't help that I became one. Um, that was actually my best score according to the PP system. Not something I ever paid attention to, but okay. Um, yeah, all right. It's easy. It's easy to type simplistic stuff. I mean, if you want simple stuff to type, then just input, I don't know, Dr. Seuss books. That would be simple to type. Although maybe that would the sentences are so short, I guess, that there's more capitalization though. I'm trying to think of who writes simply with long sentences. Long sentences and simple. Maybe Ernest Hemingway is what you want for that. Um, anyway, uh, that wore me out, and I have some work to do, and I do want to go visit mom again tomorrow, and I want to go to that autism group Christmas party afterward. So I think I should get off now, unless there's something else you really want me to do. I just uploaded like 50s and 60s basic pop songs because of all easy words I could get into sentences relatively easy. I mean, you entered a lot of different kinds of songs, though. I mean, it seems like what you seem to like most is the new wave and alternative of the 70s and 80s, which is why I'm very surprised you had a Motley Crue song on there, because that seems like diametrically opposed to 80s new wave, like New Order or whoever. Um, oh, competitive eater. Yeah, I mean, I know who Joey Chestnut is, but aside from that, I know nothing about competitive eating. Maybe next stream I could play chess. Um, I'm not good is the thing. I mean, if I was gonna do anything like that, I think it would be Scrabble because I'm good at that. Enjoy Christmas, Sean. I mean, yeah, I probably won't. I haven't enjoyed many days in the past 20 years. I will be back here before then. I will be doing that Christmas 1991 special video, which will probably be the last video from my childhood that I upload. And okay, I'm going to sign off now.